Alright, back for some more answers and questions fun on Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the SNES. That's assuming I can get the cartridge to work, of course. Yep, this is game 26, and I've won $1,295,616. We're $4,384 away from breaking 1.3 million. Here we go. And this game we have Rob and Jim, all guys again. Here we go. The categories for the Jeopardy round are as follows. Sheep. Colonial America. People. Dance. We have economics, and we're going to close it out with L words. Notice the letter in quotation marks. Each correct response will begin with that letter of the alphabet. Colonial America 100, please.
The answer is...
Though he was a real military leader, Longfellow's poem about his courtship is fictitious. And it was Miles Standish. Okay. Colonial America 200.
The answer is...
The rich could afford to buy this sweetener, but ordinary folks were stuck with molasses and honey. What is sugar? I'll take Colonial America for 300.
The answer is...
It was a wooden framework used to expose people to ridicule. What is a pillory? A Colonial America for 400.
The answer is...
This Pawtuxet Indian who befriended the Pilgrims is also known as Tisquantum. Who is Squanto? Colonial America for 500.
The answer is...
Puritan Anne Bradstreet and Phyllis Wheatley, a black slave, became famous by writing these. I'll give this one to Rob because I'm not 100% sure. Poems. Oh, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't confident enough to buzz in. So Rob goes up to $500, and he makes the next selection as we continue. Next up, it's going to be L words for 100.
The answer is...
It can be a collection of magazines, pamphlets, or books, or the place where they're kept. What is a library? I'll go with L words for 200.
The answer is...
In Irish folklore, these little elves are cobblers who hold hidden treasure. What are leprechauns? L words 300.
The answer is...
The Greek glycyrrhiza, meaning sweet root, gave us this name for the plant and candy flavor. What is licorice? L words 400.
The answer is...
At the 1988 GOP convention, George Bush spoke of 1,000 points of this. Jim. He doesn't know. Too bad. I'll give this one to Rob because I don't know. Light. 1,000 points of light. Oh, okay. Economics 100.
The answer is...
The 1957 Treaty of Rome established the European Common this. What is market? Economics 200.
The answer is...
Gresham's law states that bad types of this drive out good. What is money? Yeah. Economics for 300, please.
The answer is.
Nickname of the 1968 Act that said banks have to clearly state the interest rates on loans. Oh gosh, I'll just say what is the Homestead Act, even though I don't think that's right. But I'll go with it anyway. No, that's what I thought. I didn't really mean to buzz in, but I had to put something. Jim. It's the Truth in Lending Act. Oh, okay. Jim is at minus 100. Let's see where he goes. Sheep for 100.
The answer is.
The East Frisian breed isn't raised for its wool, but for this. What is its milk? Sheep 200.
The answer is.
Wild sheep named after this Venetian explorer live at very high elevations in Central Asia. Who is Marco Polo? $300. Sheep for 300, I should say, my bad. In this 1936 Chaplin film, a bunch of sheep seem to be turning into a bunch of folks going to work. What is Modern Times? Sheep for 400.
The answer is.
Sarah Josepha Hale wrote about a little lamb that followed Mary to this place. What is school? And hey, tiger. Sheep for 500. Daily double. All. Take the wool off a sheep or pull the wool over someone's eyes and steal them blind. No. What is fleece? Good thing I changed my answer. I'll take economics for 400. Branch of study that covers broad economic bases like national income and money supply. I'll give this one to Jim because I don't know. Macroeconomics, oh yeah. L words, 500.
The answer is.
Answer there. A thick waterproof wool used for making coats or a color of green. Jim. And it's Loden, oh yeah. Economics, 500.
The answer is.
A 1776 work by this man has been called the Handbook of the Industrial Revolution. I'll say who was Thomas Paine, no. I'm gonna stick with it. Who's Thomas Paine? No, it's wrong. See if Jim knows this one any better than I do. Oh, Adam Smith. That's right. Alright. Let's keep going. Dance, 100.
The answer is.
This 1977 film set in Brooklyn capitalized on the disco craze of the late 70s. What is Saturday Night Fever? Dance.
The answer is.
The kids in Bristol are sharp as a pistol when they do this dance. What is the Bristol Stomp? $300. Dance.
The answer is.
A ballet company might have to pull strings to stage Petrushka, since Petrushka is one of these. What is a marionette? Let's have dance for 400.
The answer is.
This red-haired dancer, once Frank Sinatra's fiance, was TV's Mona McCluskey. Rob. Juliet Prowse. Oh, okay. So now Rob is tied with Jim, rather, I should say. And we're going to close out dance. Alright.
The answer is.
Found by Gene Kelly, this French leading lady danced with Fred Astaire and Daddy Longlegs. Who is Leslie Caron? There we go. I'd like people for 100.
The answer is.
She was crowned Queen of England just 4 days after Edmund Hillary conquered Mount Everest. Rob. And he doesn't know. Jim. Elizabeth II. I was thinking her for some reason or another, but I didn't know what's common enough to buzz in. 200.
The answer is.
In 1978, the Duchess of Alba, one of the wealthiest women of this country, married an ex-priest. Spain. Oh, okay.
The answer is.
This man, Elvis's manager, was born in Holland and his real name is Andreas van Ruyck. Who is Colonel Tom Parker? $400.
The answer is.
When he auctioned off his Viking wardrobe, his pinball wizard boots sold for over $20,000. Who is Elton John? Now the last clue.
The answer is.
This star of 1940s aquatic movie musical has made her own line of swimwear. Who is Esther Williams? So that puts me at $6,800, and Rob and Jim are tied at $1,400 apiece. So let's get to Double Jeopardy, which will double the dollar values and put 2 daily doubles up on the board along with 6 new categories. I'm ready. Here we go.
Your category.
They are inventors, first families, art, education, grammar, and we're going to close it out with world history. Alright, we'll make do with these categories. Let's see where we start. We're starting with, first families for 200.
The answer is.
Before the 1988 election, she joked that if George lost, she'd get a facelift and dye her hair red. Who's Barbara Bush? First family trivia 400.
The answer is.
Frederick Deng Grant, Ellen Marshall, Jesse Root, and Ulysses Simpson were his children. Who is Ulysses S. Grant? First family trivia for 600.
The answer is
First lady who was born Claudia Alta Taylor. Who's Lady Bird Johnson? First family trivia for 800.
the answer is
His wife Rachel lived to see him elected but died before he was inaugurated. Who is Andrew Jackson? Alright, 1,000.
the answer
First
is
family trivia, 1,000. The first White House wedding took place in 1812, and this first lady's sister Lucy was the bride. Who is Dolly Madison? Ran that category like it was nothing. So I'll have art for 200.
the answer is
Michelangelo spent 3 years, 1501 to 1504, sculpting this Goliath-sized statue. What is David? Art for 400.
the answer is
By their styles, Monet is considered one of these, and Cézanne a post one. What is an impressionist? Art for 600.
the answer is
For a fresco, before you apply the paint, you have to put this on a wall. What is plaster? Yeah, that's right. Art for 800.
the answer is
His painting career began in 1880 and ended 10 years later in Auvers. Who is... I'm just going to say it was Vincent van Gogh. I was going to say Paul Gauguin, but I'm going to change it. And a good thing I did, too. Art 1000.
the answer is
Okay? This Baroque Flemish artist's name has become an adjective to describe his style. I will say who is René Magritte. It's the other one. Oh well, but I have over $10,000 right now, so I'm not going to complain. Rob. Peter Paul Rubens. Yeah, I wanted to go with him, but my gut was telling me to go with René Magritte instead. Oh well. Rob is second place all to himself. Let's see where he goes. World History 200.
the answer is
FDR called December 7th, 1941 a date which will do this. What is Live in Infamy? Let's have World History for 400.
the answer is
Following his service in the American Revolution, Thaddeus Kościuszko led a revolution here. What is... Russia? No. Starting to slip here. We need to get back on track here. Jim. Oh, he doesn't know. Rob. Poland! Oh, that's right. That makes sense. Alright. So Rob is up to 2,800. Let's see where he goes next. He's going to grammar for 200. Alright.
The answer is.
It's also called the interrogation mark. What's a question mark? Let's have a 400, please. Grammar.
The answer is.
The shortest personal pronoun in the English language. What is I? Grammar for 600, please.
The answer is.
It's the preposition in the following. Alex walked under the ladder. What is under? Grammar 800. Daily double. I'm going to go all in. This punctuation mark is most frequently used after a citation in a business letter. What is the colon? Grammar 1000.
The answer is.
It has more uses than any other punctuation mark. What is the period? No, it's the other one. Oh well, with the amount of money I have right now, I'm not going to complain. The comma, yeah. Alright, let's move on. Inventors and inventions for 200.
The answer is.
Alexander Graham Bell tries to make this listening device led to the invention of the telephone. What is a hearing aid? Inventors and inventions for 400. The other daily double. I'm going to go all in again. Thomas Edison's longest lasting light bulb filament was made from this giant grass. What is bamboo? Inventors and inventions for 600.
The answer is.
The book Small Invention says the Romans invented them and called them hippo sandals. What are horseshoes? Inventors and inventions 800.
The answer is.
In 1842, Dr. Crawford Long was the first to use this as an anesthetic device. What is ether? Inventors and inventions 1000.
The answer is.
From 1854 until his death in 1867, he got royalties on every sewing machine sold in the U.S. Who is Elias Howe? Good thing, yep. World History 600.
The answer is.
1988 was the 400th anniversary of the defeat of this famous fleet. What is the Spanish Armada? World History 800.
The answer is.
After these wars ended in 1485, the royal houses of York and Lancaster were united. What were the Wars of the Roses? Let's have 1000 for world history.
The answer is.
After teaching French at a Connecticut girls' school, he served as Premier of France in World War I. I'll give this one to Jim because I don't remember. And it's Georges Clemenceau. That's good for 1,000, Jim. You're $2,000, and all that's left is education.
The answer is.
Veterans were first granted funds to continue their education under this 1944 bill. What's the GI Bill? $400. advised Teddy Roosevelt and Taft on racial problems in politics? Who is Booker T. Washington? Education for 6. I have $50,000 right now sitting in front of me.
The answer is.
At most U.S. high school graduations, the second-ranking student gives a welcoming address. Who is the salutatorian? $800.
The answer is.
The highest possible score on the math or verbal section of the Scholastic Aptitude Test. What is 800?